Standing tall, slight bend in the knees, feet parallel, shoulders back. Taking a few more circles to the back. Please let me know if I'm going too fast. And then change the direction. While you're doing that, can you scoop the tummy just slightly so your lower back is long? Try and keep the entire spine long. And then relax. Let's do a roll down straight away. No messing about. Inhale up, inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll it very slowly with the first one towards the ground. Now, if you've got back issues, you might find that there is a nice stretch going on in the lower back at some point. Feel free to take it even slower and just enjoy it. If it's painful in the lower back, please bend your knees more. And let's come back, rounding the back again, chin to chest the entire time. I keep the hands on the shins, the thighs, and roll it all the way out. I'm doing a couple more rounds. Feel free to take your time. I'm starting with a big inhale and then start rolling the chin to the chest and rounding the entire back. Definitely bending the knees. I'm just coming back up slowly. Keep the feet parallel to each other, please. And I'm doing the last one. Can I just ask all of you, if there is any issue, please shout. Don't put up with the pain, and definitely don't push through any back pain. Once you've done the last one, I'm putting hands onto the mat to walk forward and do the cat and cow to loosen up the back. So I'm dropping the knees under the hips. Inhale as you look up, lift the tailbone up. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. You know what you're doing. I'm doing about, excuse me, about 3 rounds, maybe 4. If you like any side to side movement, anytime you want, you can always push the hips to the side and look the same way. And then the other way. This is a nice stretch in the obliques. It might be nice on your back, but otherwise just carry on with cat and cow if you prefer that, as long as that loosens up your back. Can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm making this the last round. Take it onto your front, and we are sticking with mini cobras. I will put the feet wider than the mat to start with. Can you bring the heels of your hands underneath the elbows? So once you press the feet onto the mat, slide the heels of your hands towards your hips. Hug your ribs with the elbows, roll the shoulders back away from these, and lift the head and shoulders on your inhale. And exhale, bring it back onto the mat for a few rounds. Now I'm hoping that, yes, you are using the triceps, and you press the heels of your hands onto the mat to help you, but you are focusing on using the upper back muscles while you're pointing the tailbone to the back of the mat. And even though, yes, I am feeling the arm muscles, the triceps, the back of the arms, I am feeling the top of the back as well. So just warming everything up. And this is my last round. Once you're finished, bring it onto the mat, feet hip distance. Let's sit the bum back onto the heels into child's pose after you've managed to tuck the tailbone. Just push your bum back for a sec if your knee is happy, but we are going into a downward dog. So if you want, you can leave out child's pose if you hate it on your knees, and pedal the heels out once you're in a V-stretch. Focus on the shoulders as well, turning tailbone up, so I'm lengthening back of the legs, the calves and the hamstrings. But because I'm trying to push the chest through, I'm also feeling the shoulders stretching and mobilizing. Take a couple more rounds. And you know how much I love spinal rotation. So once you've done the 2 circle of breaths, drop the knees onto the mat, and let's step the right foot on the outside of the right hand into a long lunge position, keeping left knee on the mat. Bend the right knee deep, and let's do the rotation. I'm reaching the right arm up on my inhale, and I'm trying to bring the right elbow towards the mat on the inside of the right knee and foot. You might be able to touch the ground with your right elbow. If not, it doesn't matter. I'm taking 5 rounds. Focus on straightening both the elbows as you reach the right arm up. Feel the rotation in the back. And on your exhale, I'm stretching the left hip flexor as I'm trying to reach and touch the ground with the right elbow. So 5 rounds in your own time. Please don't be tempted to straighten the right knee when you reach up. It is important that you keep bending the right knee deep to let the hips sink low, and your back muscles need to work against that deep bend in the right knee. You might feel it in the right inner thighs and deep inside the glute as well on the right side. That's all normal. Once you've done the last round, I am just coming up to the last round. Take a little stretch in child's pose or downward dog. Unless you feel that you need to take the weight off your wrists, feel free to just sit on your heels, sit on your knees. And I am ready to do the other side. Take your time to drop the knees and then step the left foot on the outside of the left hand. Make sure you're bending the left knee deep. And then let's reach up the left arm. Inhale, focus on the rotation. Exhale, left elbow is coming on the inside of the left heel. Keep bending the left knee deep. Try and do the same number of repetitions you did on the other side. I am doing 5, but I'm taking my time. I have less rotation to my left on the side I am on right now. So I need to take my time. Pressing to the right heel of the hand as you're reaching the left arm up to really feel the stretch. Keep bending the left knee, that's important, so you get to the right hip flexor as well. And I'm coming up to the last round. Take your time. And we all meet in a forward fold position. But at first, once I finished, I step back up into a downward dog. Maybe take a breath in child's pose, so I'm not rushing, a bit more loosening. And you either walk to the middle of the mat with hands and knees, or walk the hands to the back of the mat with me. And I'm going to dangle forward once I'm there, feet hip distance. Maybe swinging side to side with the hips while you're hanging the crown of your head as well to loosen your neck. And let's come back up slowly, 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 slowly. Almost there with the warm up. Once you're standing back up, lengthen through the entire body, lift the crown of your head. We've got a few calf lifts here. Oh, when you're ready, draw the belly button in, suck up that pelvic floor and lift the heels on your inhale. Exhale, bring it back onto the mat. No rush. Thinking about keeping the ankles long, because I can feel that the ankles want to buckle outward. I want to allow that to happen. I'm strengthening the outsides of the ankles. Think about that tuck in the pelvis. So you've got the strong core muscles to hold your balance. Guys, how are we feeling so far? Can I just ask the 2 back issues?
Yeah.
And then the rest of you, we're okay. Warming up, hopefully. Good. Let's do a couple more rounds and we move on to the squats. Take your time, long neck, long back. Feel the scoop in the tummy so the lower back is long. So once you've done that, let's do the squats. I'm lifting the toes to sit back onto my heels on your inhale, and exhale, come back up. Inhale, sit back. It doesn't matter which way you're facing. I'm not rushing. Watch that your knees are pointing where your toes are going. Watch that you're keeping your back long. I hinge forward from the hips, but my weight is mainly on my heels. Now listen, staying with that is absolutely fine. Otherwise, see if you can lift the heels next time you're sitting deep in your squat, but then press the heels back and then stand back up. This is just an option. And you don't have to sit very low. As long as you feel that your knees and your toes are going the same way, and your knees and back are happy when you lift the heel, that's all good. I'm doing about 3 more rounds. Feel free to just squat. Feel free to heel lift, maybe on the top of the movement, that's good too. So mix and match. Anything that's safe on the joints. And as long as you're working the thigh muscles, the quads, and your joints are happy, then we are all happy as well. I'm going to make this the last one. And instead of standing up, I'm pressing the heels back onto the mat, and I'm rolling towards the mat from here, lifting the bum up high. Take your time. Once you're rolling, dangling forward, walk it forward. And again, I am going to find a high plank position first. And this time I'm dropping the knees under the knee line. So you're in a 3/4 of a plank position, or 3/4 of a high plank. Roll the shoulders back. Now this is when we want to hang the tummy because it's comfy. But I need you to lift the bum, tug the pelvis and shift your shoulders above the fingertips until you find the stomach muscles. And this is where I'm going to lift the right knee into the chest. It's a bit of a complicated one because you're hanging the tummy slightly. And try and touch the right knee to your nose and then step it back. Now, if you find this is too much, bring the knees under the hips. You can try it from here. Lift the left knee to your nose. Exhale. Bring the left knee down. So decide where you want the knees, but scoop the tummy. Right knee comes in. I'm taking it further. On my next inhale, I'm tapping the right knee in between the thumbs. And I'm bringing the right knee back to the nose. And I'm stepping the right knee back, either behind you or under your hips. Scoop the tummy. Excuse me. Lift the left knee to your nose. Exhale. Tap the left knee between your thumbs. Bring the left knee back to your nose and step back where you were. I'm going to do one more each way. If there is any back pain, guys, definitely bring it onto all fours and round your back. Knee to nose, exhale. Tap the knee between the thumbs, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Step the right foot back. One more time on the left side. Bring the left knee to the nose on your exhale. Inhale, tap the knee between the thumbs. Exhale, knee to the nose and step the left foot back. Sit back onto your heels for a sec. Maybe pop the elbows onto the mat, circle into the wrists. Guys, is that okay so far? Yeah, okay. Moving on, but we'll come back to that, something similar. Lie down on your front, please. And stack the hands underneath your forehead. I have the feet wider than the mat. Now, let's deal with the bum. Squeeze the right bum cheek and relax the right bum cheek. Inhale, squeeze the left bum cheek. Exhale, relax the left bum cheek. Take a few more rounds. One at a time. Just a squeeze in the bum. Well, just. It's pretty hard for me. And feel how your pelvis is tucking and scooping, tilting slightly as you squeeze the bum cheek. If you want, next time you squeeze the right bum cheek first, feel free to lift the right leg and then bring the right leg back onto the mat. And then squeeze the left bum cheek. Then lift the left leg with the left knee straight, bring it back onto the mat. Carry on. Still just one at a time. It's a bum cheek squeeze first and then a lift. Not at the same time, please. Feet are still wide. When you lift the leg, both hips should be staying flat on the mat. When you start the bum cheek squeeze or the glute activation, I could use the fancy words, you should feel that your pelvis is tilting. I am taking it slightly further, but this is absolutely fine as long as it's not the lower back you're feeling. Next time I'm squeezing the right glute, I'm lifting the right leg. I'm shifting the right foot and the entire leg in the middle of the mat. I'm bringing the right foot out wide and I'm pressing it back onto the mat. Squeeze the left bum cheek first as you inhale and lift the left leg. Exhale, shift the left foot in the middle of your mat. So it's still hovering off the mat. Open it wide on your inhale. Exhale, bring it back onto the mat. I'm going very slow. I'm still just alternating. So it's 2 breaths. Make sure you start wide. You squeeze the glute, you tug the pelvis at the same time. Guys, carry on in your own time. So you have to feel that your lower back stays very long the entire time. You should get to the point where your pubic bone is getting very uncomfortable because it's taking all the pressure, but there is no back pain. David, are you okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Okay. Emma, are you all right?
Yes, although it was my hip bone, so I was obviously doing it wrong. I need to, yeah, okay.
Do let me know if there is any issue because that can set off some back pain. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now guys, I'm going to be very brave. If your back is not very happy today, please don't do that, but I'm trying to do the 2 legs together. Big squeeze in both bum cheeks to tilt the pelvis. Lift both legs straight. Bring the feet together if possible with straight knees, maybe squeeze heels and toes. Open up wide and then bring the legs onto the mat. Mine is very, very slow. I'm trying to keep that pelvic tuck the entire time. Squeeze and then lift. Bring the leg or legs in the middle. Open wide and press the feet onto the mat. You should start feeling your glutes a lot. Keep tucking the pelvis. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring the foot or feet in. Inhale, widen. Exhale, bring the foot onto the mat. Can you do a couple more rounds, evening out the sides if you've been doing one? Is there any tension on the lower backs for anybody?
Yeah, for me.
Emma, yeah? Are you doing one or two legs?
Two.
And if you do one leg, can you still feel it?
No, one's better.
Yeah, stick with that, please, if that's all right. Guys, finish it off, please. Excuse me. And then take your time to bring the feet hip distance, hands under your shoulders, tuck the pelvis, sit back into child's pose for a sec. Listen, lifting the two legs, it's a long lever, is a lot of weight. So if it's one leg, that will teach you how to activate your bum and then lift the legs. So I'd rather you stayed with that because it's a very useful exercise when you have any back issues. Is that okay? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Okay, right. I'm going to hinge back from the knees from a camel. I'm sure there is another name for that exercise and Carol will shout it out if she knows that. But listen, I'm coming onto my knees. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on. Lengthen between the knees and the shoulders. Now the first thing I do is a pelvic tuck. So I'm feeling that the glutes are tight, the pubic bone is going to the front and the tummy is tight. Arms to the front, you can untuck the toes, whatever feels good for you. And please make sure you're not shortening the back. Hinge back from the knee to start stretching the front of your thighs. And then come back up. That's all I'm looking for. But I need you to feel that you scoop and you send the tailbone underneath you to the front of your mat and then bring it back up. If you set off anything in your back, it means you're not squeezing your glutes enough. And maybe don't go back so far. Feel the front of your thighs. How are the knees?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Any back pain here?
No.
No, okay. I'm really starting to feel the burn in the front of the thighs. Inhale, hinge back. Exhale, come up. Couple more rounds, just to make sure we really kick off that burn. And this is going to be my last one. Once you've done that, come up. That's it. Bring the hands onto the mat. I'm going to step up into a little downward dog to paddle it out, flush out all that lactic acid, the burning sensation. So far, so good, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Drop your knees. Drop your elbows. And come into a forearm plank position, tucking pelvis on the first and stepping the feet to the back. Finding the long body and a definite scoop in the tummy. Now, any back issue, you're dropping the knees onto the mat now, underneath the knee line, and you're still looking for a straight line between your shoulders and your knees where the stomach is really scooping. You should feel your stomach muscles right now, probably your thighs. If you feel your neck, roll the shoulders back and away from the ears, but then double check again that you're drawing your belly button upward. Are we all happy here?
Yeah.
I'm going into side plank. If you know you have neck issues, come onto your hands at some point. Turn towards me, flick the heels to the side. I'm replacing that bottom arm. And for now, I'm going to drop the bottom knee so I can focus on the glutes. Pull the bottom heel behind you and lay down flat so you're stable. Roll the shoulders back and together, shoulder blades together in the back. Scoop the tummy and see how it feels. Shoulders should be okay. I'm feeling the work in my obliques. And if you can, reach underneath your rib cage, grab a handful of skin and rotate your rib cage upward. Then reach the arm up and your shoulders should be perfectly stacked. Roll the shoulders back. Now I'm lifting the top foot and I'm flexing the foot in front of me. Slight scoop in the pelvis higher with the bum and think about pumping your heel up to the sky for 20 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it onto the mat. Turn back into the center. Maybe step back into full plank. Knees are on the mat now is absolutely fine. If your knees are off, let's shift the weight forward for inhale without dropping your bum. Exhale, push the heels back without lifting your bum any higher. Inhale forward, tight tummy, draw your belly button upward. Exhale, stretch the heels to the back. Give me another 6 and push it back. Give me another 5. If it's too much, just hold the plank, please. 4, if you're hanging the belly button, that might set off some back pain. So keep it still and maybe drop the knees. That is absolutely fine by me. I think this is my last 2. And this is my last one. Come back to center, drop the knees, and either do a cat and cow if it's nicer on your knees or sit back into child's pose. Guys, are we okay? Am I going too fast or we are happy?
Happy.
Okay, thank you very much. And listen, I am going to turn all the way around. But before we do the plank into side plank the other way, I will lay you down on your front. So once you're on your tummy, bring the arms out into cactus and bring the feet wider again, please. Now I'm going to start with a back-friendly exercise. Roll the shoulders back, press the feet in, point the tailbone to the back so you feel the scoop in the tummy. You can squeeze the glutes, that helps. Lift your head and shoulders and your left arm on your inhale. Press into the right hand and the elbow. Exhale, bring everything back onto the mat. Keep scooping the tummy, shoulders come away from the ears. Lift head and shoulders and the right arm. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back onto the mat. We do a couple more rounds each way. Just one at a time while you're scooping the tummy. Inhale, lift left arm, head and shoulders. Exhale, bring it back onto the mat. How is that on the back so far?
Good.
Yeah? Okay, can I ask David and Emma to stay with that? Feel free to try, but please be aware of your back. Next time I'm lifting the left leg, I squeeze the right glute and I lift the left arm, head and shoulders, and the right leg. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and the head and shoulders. Exhale, bring it back onto the mat. So that's your Superman. Squeeze the glute, lift right arm, squeeze the left bum cheek, lift the left leg with the knee straight, bring it back. My feet are still wide. I'm still tucking the pelvis. Most of the weight is going into the pubic bone. The belly button should be trying to come away from the mat. Try your best to keep the back and the sides of your neck long. So look at your mat and shrug the shoulders back away from the ears. Still okay on the back, everyone? Yeah. Now listen, this is a lot for me, so I need to think about it. I'm taking it further. Next time I lift the left arm, right leg, inhale. I reach the left fingertips to the front and I shift the right foot in the middle of the mat. I bring the right foot out to the side, left arm back into cactus, and I bring it onto the mat. I lift the right arm and the left leg once I scoop the tummy on my inhale. I reach the right fingertips towards the front of my mat, bring the left foot in the middle of the mat. Bring it back into cactus on your next inhale and widen the left foot out to the side. And exhale, bring it back onto the mat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you. So one lift, one reach and shift the foot to the middle. Foot out to the side, back into cactus and bring it onto the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach and bring the foot to the middle. Inhale, cactus out to the side. Exhale, bring it back onto the mat. Carry on in your own time. Now, if you feel your back, you've taken it too far. So just take it down a notch. Maybe don't lift that high. Maybe don't do the reach and the shift with the leg. And keep both legs on the mat is always the best solution. Just an arm and maybe the opposite leg at the time. The other two are staying on the mat to push in. Work with your breath. Even out the sides, please. One more each way. And then once you've done both sides, evened out, I'm bringing the feet hip distance, tuck the pelvis, hands under your shoulders. Sit back, either cat and cow, or quite like that. Or sit into child's pose. Guys, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Please let me know if your back is not happy and we take it down or we change it. Can I bring you back onto your elbows so we can do the elbow plank and then the side plank and the heel pulses, and we come back to the center maybe to shift the forward and backward if it's there. Drop the elbows no wider than your shoulders. I'm scooping tummy, stepping the feet back hip distance. You can, at this point, drop the knees underneath the knee line, not your hips. Scoop the tummy one more time. And I'm turning to the other side, flicking the heels. I'm moving the bottom arm so it's in a better position. And I am dropping the bottom knee. So bend the bottom knee, drop the knee onto the mat. Make sure the foot is behind you. And just to stack the shoulders, I'm reaching the top arm underneath my rib cage, grabbing a handful of skin, and then pivot the rib cage up. And then reach the arm back up. Now squeeze the shoulder blades together and let the shoulders come away from the ears. Scoop the tummy, lift the top leg just slightly higher than your hip, but make sure you flex it in front of you so the kneecap's looking in front of you. Now think about the heel while you start the pumping. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Make sure your bum is high. 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the foot down. Bring it back to center. Find that plank position. Having the knees on the mat is absolutely fine, and keep it still as long as you draw the belly button in. If you start shifting and forward and backward, inhale forward. Let's go. Exhale. Stretch the heels to the back. Now the main thing here, while you do another 7 repetitions in your own time if you wish, make sure your bum is not moving, it's staying on that same horizontal line. The belly button is definitely pulling up. If you want to be safer on your back, feel free to lift your bum slightly higher and round your upper back, but do not move your bum up and down. You're shifting forward and backward on the same horizontal line. I totally lost count, so I'm doing another 3. I'm shaking. Another 2. How are the backs?
Good.
Thank you. Once you've done the last one, I'm dropping the knees. And I'm going to sit back into child's pose. Feel free to relax the arms somewhere. Just give it a little break. Right, everyone. Before we do any other exercises, can I just start you off with roughly the same circuit, but I'm going to change it. I will give you options here. Guys, one more time, can I ask, any pain with any of the exercises on the lower back? Okay.
No.
Please take the options that work on your back. Can I stand you up? I'm going into downward dog first. Walking the hands and feet together slowly, and then take yourself up into a standing position. Now listen, knee issues, keep the feet hip distance. I'll just show you quickly, don't start just yet. So you had that exercise where you squat, you lift the heels down, come up. Now I'm going to change it into a plie squat. You might not love it on your knees. If you choose the plie squat, your feet are very wide, your heels flick in, your toes out. I'll just show you quickly, when you're sitting in the lowest position, your knees are in line with the ankles. The reason why I'm saying that, for me, the knees above the toes is a definite no-no for me. Can I just also, before you start, when you sit down, please don't do that. I'm doing that. Trying to keep the spine vertical, pushing the knees behind me, and that's what sets off my glutes. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing 8 repetitions with the heel lift. You choose your position. Upright, scoop tummy. Let's go. Inhale, sit down, exhale, lift the heels if it's there. Heels down, inhale, exhale, stand up. Make sure you stay upright if you're doing plie squats, otherwise hinge from the hips. Inhale, sit down, exhale, lift the heels. 1 heel at a time is good. Inhale, heels down, exhale, come on. In your own time, 6 more. No rush. When you lift the heel or heels, bend the knees even more so that you're staying with the crown of your head. When you lift the heels, the crown of your head is not moving up and down with it. So you need to compensate for that extra lift. Guys, how is that? My bum is cramping. Good morning, bum cheeks. Nice. This is a vicious exercise. Keep scooping the tummy. I think I've got another 4. I'm sorry if I'm not counting right. Any back pain, more importantly? No? Any knee pain?
No, I've got inner thigh pain.
Oh, yeah. Anybody, the glutes? They're killing me.
Yes, cramp.
Oh, yeah. Now listen, with the last one, I'm going to stay deep into the squat. Now, you have the option to stay here or lift the heels. I'm going to pump up and down. Ready? Spine is long, scoop the tummy. From the knees, please, for 10. Oh, 9. Oh, that was a bad decision. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, I'm not loving this. Oh, heels down for me and I'm standing up. Oh, I'm not doing this again. Heel to the feet in. Are you okay? Oh, shake it out. Shake it out. Even my nose started running. Oh, man. Okay, we're not doing this again. Come to the back of your mat. Shake it out. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, roll it down. We have high plank. So I'm walking it out. If you remember, the knee comes to the nose. You tap the knee underneath your chest or between your thumbs. I'll just show you quickly. I'm going to do it from all fours for 2 repetitions. Right knee and exhale. Tap the right knee in between the thumbs. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Stepping back. I'm doing one more on the left side. I'm really rounding the back here. Tapping the knee between the thumbs, knee to the nose, and step back. Now there is your option here. If you have back problems, I highly recommend that. I'm stepping back into high plank. The first thing I do, I'm going to walk my feet a little bit closer to the wrists. I'm going to round the upper back, shift the shoulders forward, and I'm going from here. Lift the right heel, inhale. Exhale, right knee to the nose. Tap the knee under your chest or between the thumbs without touching the foot. Bring the nose back, knee back to the nose. Step back, keep rounding the back, left leg. Inhale, lift, knee to nose, exhale. Tap the knee onto the ground, inhale. Lift it back to the nose, exhale. Step back and change. Right leg up and in. And tap and to the nose. Step back and left heel. And knee in. And tap. And nose and step back. Oh my goodness. Can we do 4 more? Last 2 for me. 1 more each side. I'm sorry, I'm shouting. Oh my goodness. Oh, I need to step up into downward dog. Oh. Guys, I'm dropping my knees onto the ground. Are you okay? I'm going to lift the chest so I can circle into the wrist. Okay, we're not doing this again. Don't think I could. Back problems, back issues, lower backs. out. If you're not, feet hip distance, straighten up. Oh, my stomach now. You can tuck the toes or untuck. Feet hip distance, knees hip distance. Squeeze the glutes. Lengthen through the upper back with that tuck. Arms out to the front. You're nice and warm in the thighs. So let's hinge back from the knees, not the lower back. Keep the tummy tight. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, come up. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, come up. Guys, are you okay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? Watch your knees. Watch your back. Oh, my thighs are screaming. It's like, which muscle are we destroying at a time? And then I'm trying to find another muscle that's not destroyed. Now listen, with the last one, I'm going to stay halfway. You can come all the way up. I've got 4 arm lifts. One at a time for me is good. Bicep by the ear. Inhale. Oh, hello. Exhale, reach to the front. And then the other one. And now I'm starting the 4, so you can stay with 1 or 2. Inhale, lift, scoop the tummy. Exhale, reach. Oh, 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Oh, and come up. Oh, hands on the mat for me. I'm tucking the toes, lifting the bum up into downward dog. Oh, to pedal it out and flush out. Oh, that lactic acid. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, guys, I'm going to take it onto my front for that Superman. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. So I will talk you through the options. If you know it already, you can go for the advanced option. I'm bringing the arms into cactus, rolling shoulders back. Feet are wider than your mat. If you remember, the friendliest on the back is lifting head and shoulders, one arm on your inhale. Exhale, bring it back onto the mat. You might want to chuck in the opposite leg, and that's good. If you want to take it all the way into the hardest option, then you lift opposite arm, opposite leg. Once you scoop the tummy, you reach the arm to the front, shift the leg to the back, middle, back to cactus, and the foot out to the side. Bring it down. Are we okay with all the options? Have we got them?
Yeah.
Okay, in your own time, take a few more repetitions. The main thing to look at, whichever version you're doing, is that the shoulders stay away from the ears, and the safest, if you scoop the tummy every time you're about to lift, and if you squeeze the glutes, that should take care of it. But if you think about having the pressure on your pubic bone and pulling the belly button away from the mat, that should generally support your lower back. So you can't lift too high, but you're using the back of the shoulders. And if you lift the leg, you use your glutes. And if you shift the foot to the middle of the mat, you use your inner thighs. If you choose to reach the arm towards the front of the mat, can you make sure that the shoulder does not come up to your ear? Now, guys, I'm going to make this the last one. Make sure you even out the sides. And then let's take your time to bend your knees for a sec once you've done both sides, and push the feet side to side to loosen your back. Emma, David, how is the back?
Good.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah? Okay, good. Right, we are not doing this again, which is normally, I think, when you have back issues, the back extensions are the toughest on the back. But we're not doing this again. So, we've got the side plank. I'm tucking pelvis, sitting back. Now listen, I'm going to start on the second side where I finished. It doesn't matter. You know I have a bit of OCD going on, so it's important to me that I start on the second side. Now, can I start you off on your forearm plank? This time I'm going to thread the needle instead of the pumps with the heels. I'm stepping back into full plank position with the feet hip distance. I'm finding the straight body line. Good time to drop the knees, mainly if you feel anything funny on your back. Now turn towards the camera. I'm flicking the heels over. I'm replacing the bottom arm. Now this is your time to bend the bottom knee just like before and lift the hip high, or stay with me, legs in a scissor, or stack the feet, lift the hip high, pinch your shoulder blades together. Again, you can use the same method. I reach under the rib cage to pivot up, but you need to make sure that rib cage pivots up every time we thread the needle. If you feel like it, look up on your inhale, reach the top arm underneath your armpit, but keep your feet completely flat on your exhale. Inhale, look up 4 more rounds. So what you're trying to do, the feet are staying flat because you're twisting from the upper back and you're forcing the obliques to work. I've got 3 more. Keep lifting the bum high. 2. Guys, bending the bottom knee is good. This is my last one. Restack the shoulders, long neck. Lift your bum higher and hold it for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it back into the center, into plank position. Hold. Oh my goodness. Can we shift forward and backward for 8? Yeah. Forward inhale. Backward exhale. Make sure your belly button is drawing up. 6. No dropping at the bum. If you lift your bum, that's actually not dangerous. But if you want to work harder, try not to lift your bum or drop the bum for 3. For 2. Oh my goodness. 1 more. Hold, drop the knees. Oh, can I just send you onto your back before we do the other side? Can you just remember what side you were facing? I'm sorry, I need a little break on my core. Can you grab the Pilates ball? Are you okay on your backs?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Onto your back, please. I'm putting the ball between the knees and my feet are quite close to each other, pulling the heels up to the bum. The heels should be underneath your knees at this point. Try and put the feet close. We are doing some shoulder bridges. Hands by your sides. Press into the heels of your hands. Squeeze the ball really hard so the inner thighs are working. Press the lower back onto the mat and drop the belly button. Lift the tailbone slightly, so I'm already feeling the glutes switching on. And keep your pelvis in that position as you lift your bum up into a shoulder bridge on your inhale. And keep scooping as you bring the hips onto the mat, the tailbone lands last, exhale. Take a few more repetitions. If you squeeze the ball, you will feel your inner thighs. You should feel your glutes, possibly your hamstrings, but absolutely no tension on your lower back because you articulate the spine. So you lift the tailbone first and you peel your spine off the ground and you peel your spine back onto the ground. Now, I'm going to say it now. This is the safest on your back and it's very, very healthy when you have any issues on your back for many reasons. It opens the front of your hips, which could put pressure on your lower back. It activates your glutes, which can take the pressure off your lower back if there is an issue. It stretches your lower back, which can't be a bad thing. So staying with that is a very nice exercise. I'm sorry, I'm giving you a lecture now. Otherwise, if you want to take it further, stay up with the next one. Just scan the body once you're up. I tend to drop the bum by about a few millimeters and scoop the tummy instead, so the belly button drops lower than the pubic bone. Now squeeze the ball between your knees, and now I'm shaking hamstrings, glutes, inner thighs, chin off your chest, make sure elbows are straight, and you press the heels of your hands onto the mat. Happy here?
No.
No, I mean the lower back.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, that's all right. I don't care then. Chin off your chest and breathe. Rest of you backs.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Now my bum started cramping, so I'm going to go a little bit faster. How do you feel about pumping your pubic bone, not the belly button, up towards the sky? At the same time, you're squeezing the ball even harder. Let's go. 1, 2. Oh. 5, 6. I don't know why I'm laughing. I did not see that coming. Give me another 10, please. Squeeze the ball harder for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Scoop the tummy and then peel the spine back onto the mat. Oh. Bring the knees in. I'm releasing the ball. Oh. Rock side to side. Guys, how are the backs?
Yeah, good. I like that.
Okay, okay. Did you feel the bum, or was it just my extremely weak glutes?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
And my inner thighs.
Your inner thighs, nothing in the bum.
Oh, no,
Shannon.
lots of
Oh, good. Now listen, before we come back to this very pleasant exercise, can we very quickly take care of the plank position? It's playing on my mind. Oh, my bum.
Oh, dear.
Oh, man. Bring it back onto your elbows, please. Okay, come on, we can do that. Let's get it out of the way.
That's it. Let's go. Let's
We can do
move.
that. Okay, step back into full plank position. Dropping the knees now is absolutely fine. Neck is long. My bum is really going for it. I'm waiting for that pain to stop. It's not going. Flick the heels. Make sure on the other side, please, please, please. Of course, you're doing that. I'm replacing the bottom arm. Now, I'm reaching under the rib cage to pivot up. Now, rearrange the legs. Whether you're bending the bottom leg, I'm not threading the needle just yet. Whether you're bending the bottom knee and the heel behind you is good. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Lift the bum high. Feel free to keep the legs in scissors or stack the feet. Pinch your shoulder blades together. That should bring the shoulders away from the ears. Let's thread the needle. Inhale, maybe look up to challenge your balance. Exhale, reach underneath while you lift the bum higher. Keep the feet flat wherever they are. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread. You've got 3 more. Again, don't forget you're keeping the feet flat because you're rotating from the upper back, the thoracic spine. Sorry. And this is my last one. I really hope. Reach back up, restack shoulders, long neck. Lift the bum higher and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn into plank position in the middle. I've got feet hip distance. Dropping the knees now is good, and just hold the position. Find a bum position, draw the belly button in, long neck. Shifting forward, inhale. Exhale, stretch the heels back. 7 more. Inhale. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Drop the knees, relax. Go onto your back, please. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Mainly the lower backs.
I don't find that easier. When I got things.
Is it the shifting forward and backward?
No, that one's fine. It's more the when we're on the side.
The side plank.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have your bottom knee bent?
I did in the end, yeah.
Okay. It might be why your back is bad. When you do Pilates classes, don't attempt the full one because your back might be trying to compensate for whatever is going on. Bend the bottom knee straight away. I know it might not feel very hot, well, or too hot for you, but it might be safer if you lift the bum high and still bend the bottom knee. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, it's not very nice when you have a back problem. It's not very nice because you want to do the cool stuff, but just kind of get through it and move. Sorry, Emma, I'm lecturing you now. I'm so sorry. Now listen, previous exercise, option number 1, and that's what I recommend. Knees between, ball between your knees, just like before. We've got a few bum lifts, and then you palm the hips on the top. Option number 2. The feet are on the ball, and you're not going to love me for it. I've got feet and knees squeezing together, and I'm pulling the heels up to the bum. Now, spread the fingertips by your sides and take the chin off your chest. The first thing, again, for me, is scooping the tummy wherever you start. Squeeze the knees together really hard. Now, lift your bum up. I'm going to do 5 lifts while I'm making sure that the heels are staying close to the bum. Inhale, lift, exhale, come back. You're still articulating the spine. Spread the fingertips. Feel the inner thigh squeezing. Now listen, if you feel anything now in the back, definitely choose the first option, feet flat, ball between your knees. Chin is off your chest. I think this is my number 4. And there is the dreaded last one coming up. If you can, keep it in the air. Now let's scan the body. If your feet are on the ball, the heel comes closer to the bum. Wherever you are, you're squeezing the knees together hard. You're scooping the tummy. I'm lowering the bum by a couple of millimeters, dropping belly button, chin off your chest, long neck. If you have the ball between your knees, you are pumping your hips, pubic bone towards the sky. Don't start just yet. If you have the feet on the ball, you're pumping the heels into your bum. Let's do that for 20 repetitions. Go. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scoop the tummy, bring the hips onto the mat. Oh, bring the knees in. Rock side to side. How are we doing? Good. Good. Now listen, we are almost there. If you want to focus on hamstring stretching, a single leg stretch, which I love after a shoulder bridge, then both feet onto the mat, press your lower back in, bring one leg in to stretch the hamstrings, grab the back of your leg, bring the foot down, bring the other leg in. That's very, very safe, and you get a nice stretch. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, swap. If you want to take it further, while your feet are on the mat, press your lower back in, drop the belly button, lift the chin to the chest, lift your head and shoulders. You can always have one hand behind your head, stretch one leg, and change. Stretch the other leg and change. If you want to take it further, make sure you're dropping the belly button, stretch one leg, extend the other leg. Change the feet above your hips and pull. You might be okay to use both hands, but try and look towards the back of your mat and keep your neck in neutral. So I'm getting the inner thigh stretch, hamstring stretch on my inhale. Oh, I'm so sorry. Exhale, inhale, swapping. Have we got all the options that are safe? And you get a nice loosening on the hamstrings. Yeah?
Yeah.
So no rush. I'm just taking a few more repetitions. This is really nice on my poor hamstrings. I'm going to make this the last one each way. Bring the knees back to your face and relax the head and shoulders, rock side to side. Right, guys, one more thing to do. I'm going to put the ball underneath my tailbone. Press the feet onto the mat and lift your tailbone off, lift your bum off, and put the ball underneath your tailbone, not your lower back. Once you're there, place the bum onto the ball. Pull the knees in. Oh, it's just quite nice because the knees are dropping on top of you. Now listen, any back issues, please take a break if you need it, but the ball should be quite safe there. Spread the fingertips on your mat. Drop your lower back and belly button towards the mat. So you're already activating the stomach muscles, and bring the legs into a tabletop position. If the knees are above your hips, you will feel it. If the knees come into your chest, you won't feel it. Squeeze your heels and knees together. If your ankles are crossed, that's an absolute no-no, because it's going to strengthen one hip flexor more than the other. Drop the belly button even more. Guys, can you feel the tummy muscles?
Yes. Yes.
Anybody feeling any lower back issue, pain, tension?
Oh, yeah.
No? Staying here is good. If you think about dropping the belly button towards the lower back, towards the lower back and the mat, make sure you take the tension off your neck. Now I'm going to straighten both legs up to the sky on my inhale. This is going to present some issues if you've got short hamstrings. Exhale, bend the knees, bring them back into a tabletop. Do about 2 to 3 repetitions. Now I'm feeling the bottom of my stomach setting off. The lower back is safe and my tummy is not doming, So I still have the belly button dropping towards my lower back. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, feel the stomach?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take it further. Inhaling as you straighten the leg. Exhale, drop the leg just a few inches. Bring the feet back up above your hips on your inhale. And exhale, bend your knees into tabletop. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, drop. Just a few inches, and I'm dropping the belly button even more. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, tabletop. Now listen, if you want to have a go, but you're not sure, one leg at a time. Inhale, straighten right knee. Exhale, drop the right knee. Keep the left knee above the hip. Inhale, bring the right knee back up. Exhale, bend the right knee to tabletop and change sides. I don't know why I'm using this voice. I'm so sorry.
I'm loving the voice.
I'm sorry. Guys, how is that?
Oh, that's good.
Is it just me? I'm shaking in the stomach like mad.
Yes.
Can we do another 2 repetitions? So you're evening out the sides if you're doing one at a time. Guys, if you feel anything in the lower back, you've taken it too far, you need to take it back. No amount of back pain is good. You should not be putting up with it because it means there is an issue somewhere.
Do you not feel like anything in the quads, dear?
I am feeling it, but for me, the pain in my stomach is so intense, but I don't think I'm paying attention to that.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm actually feeling it weirdly on the 2 sides of my stomach muscles and very low on my stomach muscle. Is it not what you're feeling?
I can feel my stomach muscles, but I can also feel my quads are like shaking.
Okay, relax. Do you know, that could be, knowing you, your hamstrings are quite good and long. But when people feel the quads in that position, it's normally, sorry, I'm relaxing now. Drawing the knees into the chest. But I think the hamstrings are resisting, so it might be if they are a bit shorter, although yours are not very short. When you try and straighten the knee, your hamstrings are resisting and your quads need to work harder to straighten the leg. Does that make sense? So it's not just yet you have to pay attention to the weight of your leg.
Yeah.
For some people, when just by straightening the leg puts pressure on the quads because they need to work against the hamstrings. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now listen, in that position, can we just stretch the front of the hips? I'm straightening the legs, putting the feet nice and wide. Just relax into it, and hopefully the ball is pushing your hips up to the sky if you relax, and maybe just swing your hips side to side. Now guys, your back might not like it, so feel free to bend your knees, lift your bum and remove the ball and just kind of give it a long stretch. It should be a nice opening in the front of your hips. And before I'm coming off the ball, I'm bending one knee at a time, bringing the knees in again, and I'm doing a glute stretch. I'm putting the right heel, right flexed foot across the left thigh. And then you might want to reach in between the inner thighs to grab the back of your leg, maybe the shin, and put both legs onto you to feel the outside of your glute one way. How is everyone feeling?
Very good.
Okay, please let me know, David, Emma, if there is issue on your back, because we need to rethink some of the exercises.
It's pleased he's done it, dear.
What's that?
I'm pleased I've done this. It's been good.
I'm so glad, David. It's so nice to see you.
Stretched it off, actually.
You two looked beautiful the other day.
Ah.
Gorgeous couple. Or the heel across if you haven't done it yet. Glutes the other way around. How is the rest of you? Of whom I haven't actually received a nice picture. Nicely dressed up. Just saying. If you want to send me a lovely picture of yourselves, I would love that, please. It's weird, isn't it? I know. But I do enjoy pictures. Lovely, guys, relax. Now, if you fancy doing one more hamstring stretch, On the ball, I quite like it, but come off the ball anytime you want. I've got one foot planted on the mat while I'm pulling the other leg in to stretch those hamstrings. It's really nice. I don't have to work too hard here. And I'm changing sides. I promise I'm almost there, guys, because I need to rush off as well. Hamstring the other way. Just give me a second. Lovely. Relax slowly. I'm removing the ball, both feet onto the mat. Lift your bum. Remove the ball. I'm rolling onto my side because I think I've run out of stomach muscles. Come onto all fours and take a few cat and cows. It's really nice to stretch both my back and the stomach as well. Can I just remind you guys, I won't be here for 2 weeks. Well, I will be here, but I won't be around to teach this class on the 20.
Can you wait a minute?
Sorry?
Sorry. Dear, I have to pop off.
Yeah, that's all right. Eva, thank you so much for coming. I'll see you later, lovely. Yeah. Bye. Look after that back. Tuck your toes and push your bum up into a downward dog. So I'm trying to find a date. It's the 28th and 6th, the next 2 Wednesdays, I think. Am I right? So I won't be around. I will be around for yoga next Thursday. But do you know what? I will text you.
Cool.
But I should be back in July if all goes
Are you
well.
doing something nice, dear?
Well, next week I'm working that morning. And afterwards, if all goes well, I'm seeing my family in Hungary. Walk the hands and feet together. Fingers crossed, eh? After 5 years. Come
my
up
God.
slowly. Come up slowly into a standing position. What did you say, sorry?
I said, oh my gosh, after 5 years, wow.
Well, actually, EasyJet, I'm just doing a quick quad stretch. EasyJet has already cancelled our flights once.
Oh.
Knees together, tug the pelvis, so we had to rebook with Ryanair. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But I said to Mike, do you know what? Besides, even if they cancel, I'm driving there. I'm going. I'm not taking all this nonsense anymore. I'm going. So fingers crossed, I'll be there.
Fingers crossed, dear. We'll cross our fingers for you.
Yes, please.
And
I'm still ready for it.
picture.
What's that?
Send us a picture.
Oh, I might do that. I might do that. Yeah. I'm just sitting down into an inner thigh stretch. David, Emma, now you're standing. How is your back?
Yeah, it's okay. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, Emma? Yeah? You're okay. Okay, good. Rest of you, Carol?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good. Okay, I'm standing back up slowly. I promise I'm almost there. I'm stretching the front of the shoulders. I promise I'll let you go in a sec. Open the front of your shoulders, your chest. And then open the back of your shoulders. I'm so sorry, I was taking my time here. Okay, let's finish it off. Feet hip distance. Hip distance. Roll the shoulders back. Neutral neck. Sweep up on your inhale. Come on to tippy toes if it feels nice. Exhale, heels down and sweep through. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And sweep through. Exhale. Give yourselves a big round of applause.